Hey, stat students, just a quick recap from what we learned, okay? We talked about how extreme observations, they influence our summary statistics. That's our mean, our median, our IQR, so on and so forth. You will be expected to look at a mean and a median of a distribution and tell what the shape of that distribution will look like without any other data. Just those two summary statistics there, those two measures of center. When you have a mean and a median when you have a distribution that is symmetric, the mean will be equal to the median or approximately equal to the median. So if you're given a mean and a median that are approximately equal or equal, you know that that distribution, without even looking at the data and plotting it out, you know that that distribution is going to be symmetric. Okay, when you have a data that is skewed to the right, you can see that the mean is going to be influenced by those extreme observations over here, which means the mean is going to be greater than the median. Again, if you're given a mean and you're given a median, okay, describing a distribution, you should then be able to describe the shape of that distribution without looking at without looking at all of the data, but looking at these two statistics. Then finally, if you have data that is skewed left, again, the mean is going to chase that tail. It's going to be influenced by those extreme observations, okay? Which means the mean is going to be less than the median. Okay, let's move on with the new stuff for today. What I have up here is I have some celebrities, athletes, and I went and I researched their ages, okay? And I have the ages of all of these athletes right here. This first column here. So take a second, write this down in your notebook. We want to see the effects of transforming data, because sometimes what statisticians do is they have data and then they want to see what would happen if we would add 10 to that data. What would happen if we'd multiply 2 to that data, okay? Teachers even do that if they want to curve the test, right? For example, in my Algebra 2 class, we put everything out of 100 in the grade book. But the test is only worth 20 points. So what we do then is we multiply all of our data by 5, and that will give us our percentage out of 100, okay? So people do this all the time. We want to see the effects on the summary statistics when that happens. Okay, we want to become one with our calculator. We want to become fluent with this calculator. So what I'm going to ask is scenario 1 right here. This is our original data. This is the ages of those celebrities that I showed you on the other page. Okay, what would be fun for you is to see if you can guess the ages of these celebrities, and I have the key and I can tell you if you're right, or you can Google it too, obviously. Okay, so what I want you to do right now is I want you to open up your graphing calculator. Again, let's just practice together. You're gonna hit Stat on your graphing calculator. You're gonna hit Edit. If you have data in L1, you wanna take your cursor and go up to L1 and then hit Clear and Enter. Okay, now what you're gonna do is you're gonna enter this data. So 39, enter, 35, enter, 30, enter, 34, 32, 33, 30, 39, 39, 39, and 38. Okay, so do that now. I'm gonna just double check that I actually typed this in right. So I have a 39, 35, 30, 34, 32, 33, 30, 39, 39, 39, 38. Okay, there we go. And now we're gonna just look at our summary statistics. So that is Stat, arrow over to Calc, hit Enter on one variable statistics. If you have the old calculator, hit Enter again. The rest of us will go to Calculate, and we can see we have our data here, okay? And I have that written down. Okay, so I want you to write that down. We have our mean of 35.27, our SX, that's our standard deviation, 3.69. And then I chose not to look at the 5-number summary, but just to look at quartile 1, median, quartile 3, okay? So quartile 1 is 32, the median's 35, quartile 3 is 39, and the IQR is 7. So take a second, pause the video if you need to, and let's write all of that down. Okay, now what we're interested in is what if we took that original data, okay, and we added 10 to the values? What would happen to our data, okay? So we're gonna go back to our calculator. Again, good practice today with our calculator. And we're gonna go to stat. We're gonna hit enter, okay? Oops. I need to kind of rearrange things. We're gonna hit enter on edit, okay? And then we're gonna scroll up and clear, okay? And now we're gonna enter the data there.